big one. On the boa? Look at all the spots on this guy. It's a cool looking fish. Grow. Got him. I was like, oh, he came off, but nope, he just pulled me through a tree. Not a bad one. Good morning. What's going on? Griff here. I got CJ behind the camera. What's going on, CJ?
How's it going, brother? Nice fish.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So today we want to talk about post-spawn. All right, what is the post-spawn? What are the fish doing? How are you going to catch them in the post-spawn? All right. So the post-spawn is one of my favorite times of the year because the spawn is over, right? The spawn, I'm really not a big fan of fishing in the spawn. Once these fish, they spawn, these bass get off the beds once the babies are born or whatever, once they hatch, I guess. They come out here, they find structure or cover to hide in, and all they're doing, the males are just on guard duty, right? So they're gonna be in trees, they're gonna be on rocks, they're gonna be on grass. They're just gonna do whatever they do to be protected from predators and things like that. The females are out there, they're recovering from the spawn also. Today I want to come out, show some of our favorite ways to do this. And today we're just gonna do it all with Megabass baits. I just caught that one on an eye-by-eye shad. All right.
That's dope.
So let's continue to go. Let's see what we can catch and let's do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that a shad? Oh yeah. Oh, he's in like no water at all. Just cruising that little shallow flat. Oh, it's little, but how sick was that? Ugh. It's not super tiny. I always forget how strong this rod is. Woo! You trying to get me? A little Pop-X action on a Pop-X stick. There you go, CJ. Fish. We got sunlight, but we got Topwater still going on. Oh, that fish stank. It's gotta be the mud, right? If there was like a fishing rule book, these fish would be totally playing by the rules. Everything you would expect to be happening is happening. This is the SV3 5/8 ounce chartreuse and white dark sleeper, titanium DC 70 and a bass. It's not the last time I threw one. Uh oh, got one. Holy shit! Alrighty, CJ on the spinnerbait. Yeah, right where he's supposed to be, in the trees like we were talking about earlier. Bump the tree, get the bite. Bam, there it is. Those fish are sitting on these trees just post-spawning, guarding fry, trying to recover and stuff like that. So if they're there, I get their attention, I bump the tree. They want to protect their area, but those last two fish that I caught, literally, as soon as I touched the tree, I got the bite. Oh, big tug. That was a good tug. Hey! Oh, we got two fish? Oh, we got a wild, that's a decent one. Oh, look at that.
That's a nice one, bro.
There we go.
Top of the tree again?
Yep. Again, bump that tree. He's heavy, he's thick, he's full. Boom. I wonder if I had that iBind on a whip, if it would work.
I bet you it would.
Yeah.
I bet you it would.
That's another good one. Not it. Not it.
Dirty, bro, dirty.
There it is.
Hell yeah, dude.
Boom, boom. We found some deeper trees. So I have a spark shad, a 5-inch spark shad on a bean sinker. I'm just casting down there and trying to run this spark shad through the trees. During the post spawn, most of the time you're looking for shallow cover or structure, but these fish are, I mean, it's happening pretty fast. I mean, there's only a couple weeks in between, so you can push out a little bit deeper. A lot of fish like to recover away from, you know, everything else, so they go a little bit deeper. Some will guard fry in the deep stuff. Cover is key, right? Cover and structure is key. They're gonna be in there, they're gonna be hiding out, they're gonna be chilling out, and then when it's time to eat, they find a bait, and you know, they haven't eaten in a while, so they're gonna wanna eat. Because I wanna keep the bait low, I have a 6/0 Bellows hook with a 5-inch spark shad. I got a 1/2 ounce bean, tungsten, and then I put a bobber stop on there because I don't want the free rig type action. I want to keep this on the bottom and I want to drag it super slow. So I'm casting, I'm making a long cast, let it get to the bottom, and doing a super slow drag. And that's going to allow me to do that. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Oh my goodness, Griff.
That's a good one.
Griff, that's a giant, bro. Bro, that's a giant. Get him up, Griff.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit, dude. Giant post spawner. Look at that thing. Bro.
Dude, let's go.
Fuck yeah. There we go. You think 5-pounder?
She might go 6. She's long.
There we go.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, he's barely hooked. There we go. Nice little guy. Nice little guy.
Another bait.
Another bait. They are eating a lot of things today.
What's that, bait number 7?
Bait number 7. All right, nice little fish. Looks like he's getting some of his weight back. So he probably doesn't have fry with him. Looks like he's been eating.
Yeah, look at those teeth, bro.
Yeah.
Those are daggers.
Yeah, pretty sick. Just crush that crankbait.
Hell yeah, bro. Nice.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys, that was our day on the water. All right, let's do a small recap of what we talked about earlier. What we wanted to do was come out here and hit the post spawn, all right, and maybe a little bit of shad spawn if we had the opportunity. And it seems like we had a little bit of both going on today. So super exciting fishing today. Caught a lot of fish, used a lot of different techniques. Again, the post spawn, what is the post spawn? The post spawn is after the bass fry hatch, right? That female goes off to recover. The male stays with the fry for a couple weeks until they're old enough or big enough to go off on their own, all right? In that time frame, that male bass is going to stay with those fish. He's going to guard them with his life. So what happens is when things get near him, he bites at them, right? He's not necessarily trying to eat. He's just trying to either kill or get rid of whatever is coming near him. One thing that we try to do is hit structure and cover They love to like hang out on things, boulders, trees, grass. It gives them a little bit of protection when they're just trying to chill out and protect their babies. Like I was saying earlier, throw something out there, bump the tree, and try to force him to come out there and bite it. We threw a lot of things today, and we caught a fish on a lot of things. All right, we started off the morning throwing topwater. I started off my morning with a Giant Dog X. I was using this GP Sexy Shad color, but of course, if you guys decide to get one of these or try these things out, I would match the hatch of whatever's going on in your area. We have a ton of shad here. I try to be as shad-like as possible today, so you can see a lot of light colors. Once we caught a few on that, I switched over to a buzzbait. And the buzzbait I was using is the Jamaica Boa. Use that white and pink color. The Jamaica Boa, again, is a super sick buzzbait. It has this little piece right here that blocks the blade from spinning, so you can cast it a cast further. And it also acts as a knocker. So when it's going through the water, it makes a loud knock. If you don't want the knock, just separate it a little bit and it'll go away. Then I started throwing a spinnerbait. And everybody in the shop knows that I love a spinnerbait. Just kidding. I'm not a fan of the spinnerbait. But the spinnerbait, I mean, it moves fast. These blades get to kicking, and it looks pretty aggressive. So these bass don't want that near them, so they're going to try to kill it. All right. SV3, I was throwing a 5/8 ounce, and we're only fishing in 8 foot of water. That one right there played a big part in today. I think I caught more spinnerbait fish today than I've caught in the last 5 years combined. And I think I only caught like 3. There's that. You can't go wrong with the SV3. I don't know if they think that it's bait. I don't know if they just lose their minds and they're just overwhelmed, but spinnerbait was a good option for us today. And then I threw an eye-by-eye. This is the eye-by-eye type R. This is the shallow diving eye-by-eye. This is the shallowest diving. The type 3 is the middle, and the TX is the deep diving one. It's not a crankbait. You cast it out there. It doesn't like to be straight retrieved, like very hard. It'll start doing this spin thing. So what I like to do is I like to cast it out there and just pull it, pause it, reel it up, pull it, pause it. I mean, it looks just like a little baby threadfin shad, and they did not like it. They didn't like it near their fry. They didn't like it near them at all, and they ate it up. And then I went back to Topwater and I threw a Pop-X. Standard popper, small body, good pop, walks very well. Caught a couple fish on that one right there. You need a smaller bodied popper. That's the jam right there. And then, boom, the spark shad. 5-inch spark shad on a 6/0 Zappu Bellows hook. Instead of using like a beast hook or a swim bait style weighted hook, because obviously I wanted it to be weedless, I use it like this because it gives this bait a little bit more freedom in movement. I was dragging it on the bottom. We found some deeper trees when we went out there, and I was dragging it through the trees. So on the bottom, when this weight and this bait are connected like this, the weight's always going to be facing down, but that bait might like deflect off a tree or something like that and kind of shimmy and change all directions. So I didn't want it to be just put like that. I wanted it to have a lot of action because we were fishing in a little bit of deep water. So that's why I chose to set it up like that. And I did have it pegged so that the weight didn't slide. I didn't want the free rig style action on there, so I did peg it. Caught a few fish on the Z3. All right. This is my favorite small body crankbait. If you follow me on Insta, I talk about it a lot. I've talked about it a lot on this channel. Super small body right there. It does have an LBO in it. It casts a mile. It catches fish, especially fresh out the package. Me and CJ were talking today. Fresh out of the package, the Z3 is just so good. And then we ended the day with the bottle shrimp. Fished it a little bit more shallow. But at the base of those trees, I would cast it, drag it through some trees. And I had this one set up the exact same way as the spark shad with the bean, except for I used a 4/0 Haymaker hook. Haymaker is that hybrid wide gap flipping hook by Owner. Super good hook for heavy cover. All right, those are the baits that I use. And as far as the rods and reels, I know you guys know that I love to pack light. Today was not that day. All right, first rod, guys, BMG. The BMG I used for the spark shad the bottle shrimp, and the buzzbait. All right, I've used it for bottom contact. I've never used it for a buzzbait. I wanted to try it out, and this is probably my new favorite buzzbait rod. I would get bit, didn't need a major hook set. The rod would get to its backbone really fast. Bam. The reel I was using, Steez SV TW, for my bottom contact techniques, and for my buzzbait, I was using a Steez A. 20-pound fluorocarbon on that, 65-pound braid to a 14-pound fluorocarbon leader on the buzzbait. The Orochi X10 Rapid Viper. Super cool, small, finesse style crankbait rod. I mean, this rod bends super deep into that blank. I mean, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guides in. It holds and pins fish very well without a lot of jumping, so those little tiny treble hooks don't come off. Z3 and eye, both casted amazing. This rod handled it very well. And Steez CT on that one right there. 12-pound shooter fluorocarbon. No surprise, I have a dark sleeper and a Metanium 70 DC. There it is. What did I use it for? Spinnerbait. All right. This rod is a jig rod, or a swim jig rod. Baits where the most sensitivity comes when it's under load. That's where it shines, or that's where it should shine, but it really shines on everything. So I threw the spinnerbait on there. It helped me with the confidence of throwing the spinnerbait. There it is right there. 16-pound shooter fluorocarbon on that. P5 110 Special Zillion SV. This was what I use for my Dog X. I always say this, a good jerkbait rod makes a good topwater rod. All right, the 110 Special is a little bit stronger than a 110 stick or your standard jerkbait rod. I don't like to throw small topwaters on it. The Giant Dog X is probably the smallest one I would ever throw on there. In a pinch, maybe I would throw something else, but if I have the option, I'm definitely not going to do that. 40-pound Samurai braid. So Samurai X8 braid with a 14-pound fluorocarbon leader on there. One more.
One more, sir. One more.
And we brought the BFS rod out. Pop-X stick, Aldebaran BFS. I brought it out because I was going to throw a Pop-X. Why not bring a Pop-X stick? The rod is extremely powerful for a rod that's supposed to not be. There's a ton of power in this rod. So I wasn't nervous. I was a little nervous at first, but after that first fish, fighting it through the trees and stuff like that, it was good. I remembered how strong the rod was, no problems on that. And then on the line, I got your Seagaur Lure Edition braid. So I really like that braid. It's been holding up very, very well for me. I've had a lot of braid issues over the last year, trying to get it dialed in, and that one is working great for me. 10-pound fluorocarbon leader on that one. And those are the setups that were used today. Just wanted to show you guys how the post spawn works, what you can do and what's possible in the post spawn. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching. If you have any questions, put them down below. On behalf of everybody at the Hookup Tackle, Ben, myself, CJ, thank you for watching. Thank you for your business, and thank you, okay? Have a good day.